Welcome back. As we earlier said, that President Abdel al-Sisi inaugurated the second phase of Silo Food Factory in Sadat City. Munufia Governorate and Chairman of the National Contracting Company, Karam Salim, said 850 Fidan Food Industries city houses, a 25 Fidan dairy factory, and 120 Fidan factory complex, in addition to 560 Fidans of future expansions. The first stage of the Silo Foods Industries City was inaugurated in August 2021, included flour mill, grinders, and 14 silos with a storage capacity of 70,000 tons of wheat, and a factory for school nutrition biscuits, pasta, and bakery factory, in addition to administrative and service facilities. And to shed more light on those huge complex of industries, we're joined here live in the studio by our prominent journalist and political analyst, Mr. Rahman. Good morning, Mr. Rahman.
Good morning to you, and hello to the dear viewers.
It's our real pleasure to have you this morning.
Of course, all mine.
Of course, Mr. Rahman, this is one milestone in the history of Egypt. This number of factories, this number of industries at very little time from 2021 and until now, and supplying also schools with the food packages, and supplying citizens, and also the industries of some food production for the citizens also, and at this particular critical time of economic crisis that is prevailing worldwide. How do you read these projects?
Allow me first to look at the bigger picture. The economy today is the battle of economy that is the main event all over the world. If you want to build a country, it's a battle of economy. If you want to make an industrial base, it's a battle of economy. I'm talking about a battle because in this world where is only the sound of power is only heard, and if you have power, if we have the independence of your decisions as a country, as a state, then only then you can take the crucial decisions and fight back and make this frontier, the economical battle frontier, is a success and a victory for you. The country today is fighting at all levels. I'm talking about, we are fighting to provide 100 million citizens, 100 million citizens on the soil of Egypt with their needs in a time of crisis that the whole world is going through. We're talking about the COVID-19, and then we are talking about the crisis of the military the Russian military operation,
the military
in Ukraine.
confrontation between Russia and Ukraine.
Right. We're talking right about powers who are conflicting to have a place under the sun. We can never find that place under the sun without our own production bases, our own food supplies, our own food and wheat and cotton and other services that the people need each and every day. I hear some calls in the West, in Europe, that instead of the ancient calls that they should go west, now they want to go south, where a country like Egypt is going to be the base of peace and prosperity, hopefully in the coming years, God's willing. We are truly, we are really fighting against too many crises right now. The whole world is fighting the same crisis, but we are taking that crucial decisions that so fewer countries that can take such decisions. If you can take the decision of making your own industry, the base of industries, the base of cultivating wheat, cultivating cotton. This is a very critical decision, and we are fighting back the consequences. In the whole world, they don't want a country to depend on itself, on its own industry or its own cultivations. They want to make it the country only depending on the IMF loans or the other associations' aids. We have forgotten, totally forgotten, what was called in the past era the U.S. aid. This is a past in our history. This is history. We can never, ever again take this course. We are depending on our own basic industries and our own strategies of building those bases of food supplies, industries, food industries, which is this project in Sadat city is a greater project and a truly mega project, a mega national project that the country is building right now. This is a new phase after the same, another mega project was built and established in the same city yesteryear when we were talking about that project of meat production on a large scale that can cover a large scale of our own markets. This is how we can depend on our own selves. We possess the finest soils on earth. We possess the finest breed races for breeding cattle. We have the best soil that we can build upon the basis for future.
Right. So during the inauguration ceremony, His Excellency President Abdel al-Sisi have said that both the National Service Projects Agency and the public sector are willing to cooperate with the private sector.
Exactly. This is one of the...
How is that going to affect the scale of development in that particular industry, food industry?
Mr. President Abdel al-Sisi has made it clear that the military operation, the military operations, the military organizations, such as National Services Organization of the military, the Armed Force Association, is a greater power supply and a way to build this country on the highest level, on the highest measures of work and establishing side by side with the private sector, side by side by the official sector. We are talking about all the powers of society just and should go together, hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder. It's not a conflict. It's not it's not a conflict between this and that. This should go in harmony. We should share the profits together as a society, as a nation, not just. I remember here something very important that Mr. President Abdel Fattah Sisi has tackled on. He mentioned that the military organizations that are working in the markets for the benefits of the nation and the higher cause of this country is paying its own taxes just like any other organization in the country. That is an answer on the very timing that Mr. President has chosen in the most clever way to answer to some wrong speeches were given by other members, some businessmen that they claimed that the military associations do not pay taxes. This is a lie. Mr. President has made it clear. We are a patriotic association. This is a patriotic organization that working only for the benefit of the nation. side by side with the private sector. And he dared to have the decision to put some of those organizations and companies of the military association within the stock market. We're not afraid, because we are building the true solid base of this country. Who wants to go with us, he's welcomed. He wants to go against us, he's not from this country. He's not accounted as an Egyptian. Only Egyptians can put their eyes and focus on the higher good and the higher goals for this country, for this nation. We're not in a time of war. It's either you are building this country for the benefits of the whole nation and for yourself as a company or as an organization, or you're just working for yourself, for your own benefit, on the account of the nation. This is refused. In a time of war, this is a crime. If you try to make benefits of the war, this is a crime.
Or benefit of any crisis.
Of course, it makes without war in a time of peace, this is a huge mistake. But in a time of war, this is a crime. Just like as if you are fighting back your own country. How can you belong to a country while you are fighting its back, stepping it from its back? Mr. President had made it clear. We are welcoming any efforts, any common efforts with the private sector. We are working together, sharing together the profits as a whole nation, as a whole organizations, working together. This is the only recipe for success. This is the only way for this country to go on and go up and go higher and fight back. We are at the same time we are building the basis of industry. We are fighting for our own currency. We are trying to get away and run away from the position of the dollar currency. We are trying to fighting back this colonization currency that has cultivated all over the world. We are trying to build our own cooperation with China, with Russia, with India, with the BRICS agreement. This is the way we can fight back. We can never surrender to a currency like dollar anymore. And we can never accept those who take dollar currency for granted. It's no more. This is the Egyptian. This is Egypt that is an independent in its own decision against the whole world. We are fighting back. We are fought from the east and the west at the same time. All countries, they don't want us as a leading country to take its own role, but we are going to take it. Not just a power of words. It's a power of history and future, and this is the way it used to be. This is the way it should be. Egypt was created to be the leader of this this arena.
And it has retained, and we have retained our leading role ever since President Abdel Sisi have came into office.
With our own independence of decisions.
Of course, with solidarity, with our soft power, with our, hard work, and our economic reform plan, and many other elements. But also, to what extent does the inauguration of the second phase of the Silo Foods factory in Sadat, Munafaya Governorate, is going to impact the food industry at a time the whole world is suffering from food crisis, and especially in Africa, and because of the military confrontation between Russia and Ukraine, and also the hiking prices everywhere, and the whole situation. And here we are affecting food security. How important is this step? Because some people are not in full realization that food security is more important than military security now. It's almost as it's a strategic, I mean, necessity.
The greater danger on our economy is exporting from outside. Is importing from
Importing,
outside,
yes.
right? If we really need, think that we need to have our own plan of sufficiency and to provide all families and children and schools and all levels of the society, provide them their needs without importing. We are fighting back on the right way. The most danger, the higher danger on this country is importing from outside. Right on this time. Because, as I told you in the beginning, this is a conflict of economy. If they can, from outside, control our own markets, this is a victory for them against us. And if we can build our own food sufficiency and protect our food industries and expand it for the benefits of the new generations, we're not only protecting our own independence, but also we are teaching our kids, our new generation in schools, that the Egyptian industry is the better and the higher level. I believe each and every product coming out from those projects are the highest measures and the highest level of products that can attract the new generations with their own new moods and their own new tastes, their own way of life. Building our own way of life, food is a part of this way. We can never exclude how to eat and what to eat from your way of life. If you change the mentality and make the people, and especially children, the new generation, believe that the Egyptian product is the highest quality they can achieve, we are fighting back in the most successful way. This is how to build our own economy, by making the people believe in our own markets and our own products.
Do you think that this project will be able to be a huge part of sorting out the economic crisis generally, not only over here, but in the region, as we can, like you said, export to other countries, and also at the same time minding that Egypt have sent like a number of planes of aid with food and medical supplies and everything to Syria and Turkey.
Of course.
Do you think that these kind of projects again is going to secure our food industry and also be able to help Egypt to export it to other countries and boost the national economy, and at the same time maintain its leading role in the region?
If we didn't have this base of our own food industries, how we could ever lend a hand to the
other neighboring countries,
the families in Turkey and in Syria? How could we take a crucial decision by contacting between the contact that Mr. President Fattah Sisi has made it with Mr. Bashar al-Assad, the president of Syria, which was a very successful move. How we can make this contact without true help and true aid to the families are affected by the earthquake. How we can start a friendly action towards Turkey if we didn't have the upper hand in giving their people who are in need right now our own supplies. If we didn't have it, if we didn't provide it, if we didn't secure it basically for our own nation, and then we can give it as an aid, letting alone exporting, letting alone expanding our own markets outside, letting alone that we can build our own communication economy agreements upon what we are really cultivating and what we are really building and industrying in our own country. This is how Egypt can take its own role as a leader in the region. This is how we can make other leaders of the world respect the name of Egypt, not just as a history, as a present and a future to come, inshallah.
Inshallah, hopefully at this very important phrase, we're going to end it here. Of course, Mr. Amr Rahman, the prominent journalist and political analyst, would like to thank you so much coming over.
Thank you for having
And you
me.
have a beautiful day.
You too.
And I guess we're going to go to a short break and we'll come to continue the breakfast show, so stay with us.